Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play Jade Cocoon 2. My name is Rabbit, and in our previous episode we finally finished up the fire forest and we do have the fire orb in our possession. Well, technically it's not in our direct possession anymore. We left it in the main room with Levant, so we're ready to actually head to another elemental forest. But before we do that, I did want to bring you guys back when I hand over some Kalma. I'm not going to worry about doing any merging quite yet, just because I don't really feel like it. It takes too much time, so I just want to keep my momentum going and just power through another forest. So anyway, we've got Knuckle Chew here. Here's the information on this divine beast. And we got Pera Dragar. And there's the info for all of that. So what I probably will do is on my own, once I'm done recording, I'll probably run back through the fire forest, so fire tower, just to make sure that I'm not leaving any Kalma behind. I feel like we're okay. We more than likely have most of them, but, you know, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. And in terms of beasts that can be merged, yeah, we've got a slew of them that can be merged here. I'm just going to wait. I know that's probably bad news for me. I should just pause and spend the 10-15 minutes to merge the lot that's waiting, but whatever. We made it this far with most of this group. Well, I've switched out a couple people here or there, but I think we're fine. I don't want to drag this on anymore, and I don't want to merge a bunch of beasts that I'm probably not even going to utilize in battle. So I've decided that I do want to do the water forest, just because I'm ready to touch base with Cure once again and kind of progress the story with her. So as always, I am going to start probably in water place and work my way up on my own. So when we come back together, I will meet you at the start of Water Return, or, you know, at the very end of Watershade 4. So either way, let me pause and I'll see you in just a moment. Okay guys, welcome back. So I have to say that making the journey through the earlier level forest, okay, it is becoming quite arduous, if I do say so myself, but it's almost always worthwhile because I did come from this with 2 cutscenes with Cure as well as 2 new Kalma. So let's actually start. Well, I'll just present everything to you in the order that it all happened. So first thing, I ended up getting a drill book from Cure, and the conversation we had was pretty brief, but basically she handed this to us and then asked Kahu what it was about. He said, well, you have to be able to read, and you learn to read through school, and he said that he had been in school before, but he hated it, so he could only read a little bit just because he got really bored and decided he wanted to do other things than just sit in a classroom all day doing homework. And of course, Nico was chastising Kahu because she was saying, you know, don't discourage Cure from wanting to learn to read or from wanting to pursue academia perhaps someday. And once we spoke with Cure like a second time after that little dialogue exchange, she said, oh, you know, I really want to learn to read, but homework sounds so scary. So it was a pretty cute little interaction, but I mean, it wasn't that important, or maybe it will prove to be important later on. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the drill book, but it says a Paralese drill book for studying the Para language. So maybe we'll be able to give this to someone else later in the game, or maybe, you know, this is just I don't know, a gift for seeing that cutscene with Cure. I don't know. It could just be for collection's sake. But nevertheless, let's move on to the second thing that happened. Oh, and that took place in Water Place 3 for those of you that give a shit. So next, I ended up getting the Kalma. I believe Skull Cone is the one I encountered first. And I got that one from Watershade 1. So back to items. In Watershade 3, I ended up getting something else from Cure. It is the Calabash Herb, and for those of you who have played the first Jade Cocoon, called Story of the Tamamayu for the PlayStation 1, this will be a very familiar term for you, or a very familiar item for you. So it's a nut from the Divine Tree, and here it fully resurrects a beast. So that interaction with Cure was much more succinct than the one regarding the drill book and school. Basically, we ran into her and she was saying, oh, you know, Kahu, have you found the orb yet? Kahu said no. And then she said, well, don't worry, I'm sure the forest god is going to protect both of us and everything will work out fine. Nika was, of course, being a negative Nancy and was drolling on about how we shouldn't count on the god Elrim to bless both of us and that this should be a competition for Kahu. And basically she called us stupid and was being a bitch as usual. So nothing special really happened there. Just basically Cure encouraging us, cheering us on, and us doing the same thing for Cure. And then last, oh, if I didn't mention, that was in Watershade 3. And then it was in Watershade 4 that I got the Anglorg. So that is everything that took place without you guys. Regarding other items, that's the same as it's always been when I do my backtracking. I find a lot of bullshit and I just drop shit as I need to. I mean, I guess to quickly show you, I have a few eggs. I've already dropped like 2 that I had picked up. And then I had a bunch of HP back books. I've already dropped like 3 of them and like 2 MP back books. So, I mean, nothing special with items. Really, the conversations with Cure and the Kalma are the highlights of my off-camera excursion. So let us continue with exploring Water Return 4, which is, I guess, our last water area. I'm kind of nervous, but excited at the same time. I'm ready for some new... Oh, that is a chunky Walter, let me just say. I'm ready to get this next healing ability. I'm so over... how do I want to do this? Well, they resist sleep, but whatever. I guess let's just try it anyway. But I am so over the level that I have of the heal ability. It is just not very good, you guys, at all. So I guess it kind of is what it is. And at this point, you know, whatever. So things are good in terms of the progress I feel I made running back through everything off camera. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to share with you. I guess, since I didn't state this in the recap, I should mention it here, that I did look in the lounge to see what jobs were available, and there was nothing new again. And that is what I want. Meta Knight. I need it. Meta Knight. When you say that, I guess if you pronounce it Medi-Knight, it sounds different, but if you say Meta Knight, it almost sounds like Meta Knight from Kirby. Is it just me, or are you guys not feeling my shit right now? I'm trying to cheer myself up, you guys, because as I was sharing in our previous episodes, so much drama, nonsense, and bullshit at work, I can't even... Okay, you guys, I'm gonna need you all to get your shit together and attack the same fucking one, or else they're just gonna keep... healing. Oh my god, guys. We'll be here all day fighting these fucking Walters. I can't even deal with this. Okay, new strategy. I think I'm going to have to put them to sleep. What else can I do? How else will I kill them? If I can get at least 2 asleep. Ooh. Which is what happened. And if I can get Kai to fuck up that one. Oh my god, but we're only relying on 1 attack. I need to get all 3 of them asleep. That's what I have to do. Okay, so let's try this again. Hopefully Fizzy can get that 3rd one on the corner there. To take a nap. Take a nap! What are you doing? Oh, at least he's poisoned. I mean, that doesn't mean that much. And I guess eventually they have to run out of mana, right? But oh my gosh. Okay, let's see if Urf and Chachi can focus the one in the corner. Yes, he's down! Oh, yes! And we should be able to kill this middle one, so I think we got it. Putting them to sleep is the key, it seems. So anyway, yeah, just lots of bullshit at work, and I was starting to tell you guys towards the end of our last episode, but, you know, we had all of those shenanigans regarding the fire orb with Nam and plenty of cutscenes to hold us over until the end of that episode. Just that MK was not happy with me, and I don't think she should have been frustrated, but as I was sharing with you guys, I'm a very straightforward and direct person. I just think that it doesn't do anyone any favors if you lie or you're not sincere with your words. And yes, 3rd comma! So happy. Please be Chunky Walter. I really need Meta Knight. Chunky Walter, Chunky Walter, Chunky Walter. Whoa! That is what you're going to look like someday, Patrick. I don't know if it really matters what I do. Honestly, let's just go all out offensive with our fireside and take this thing out. Ooh, we don't do too much damage to it. But anyway, just to continue. She was frustrated because when she was asking me about all of that shit that happened with the pizza party, which I shared with you guys, that I thought was bullshit, and if someone asked me about it, I feel it is my duty as a friend and just as a human being to be as honest as possible if someone does ask me a direct question. So I definitely am not the kind of person that I look to share things with people, you know, if I find out just, oh, something, I have to talk about it. No, not at all. But if someone is my friend and they do sit me down and they say, hey, this happened, what do you think about it? I'm your friend. I'm going to tell you the truth, or I'm going to tell you what I think. If you don't want to know what I think, don't ask. I've been consistent with this, and I felt like she should have known that about me. So anyway, long story short there, she asked me about the whole pizza thing, and she was saying, isn't it ridiculous that the teachers could even entertain the idea that they do nearly as much as us advisors? I mean, isn't that just preposterous? And, you know, I had to tell her, you know, I don't think it's that ridiculous. I think what is ridiculous is that our fucking principal did this bullshit in the first place and basically set several departments up against each other. Like, you guys were no more deserving of that pizza party than the teachers. Like, so I don't know why you think I'm just going to take your side just because we're friends. Like, don't ask my opinion if you don't want it, girl.
Huh? What's up, son? Welcome. Oh yeah, did you know this? Recovery spells recover more as the divine beast using them grows. Bet you didn't know that. Even I didn't know it until just recently. How silly. How could I be a Nas beast hunter like that?
Yow, this guy's completely gone. Maybe the forest poison.
Forest poison? Me? Of course not. You guys are terrible. I'm still fine. I'm going to the next forest. Why don't you guys come along?
Look-a-hoo, take a good look. It's rough being an adult.
Yep, lots of things are rough.
Like, what is anyone even talking about? I mean, not him. Okay, I get the Nah Beast Hunter was just trying to share some tips. I mean, albeit I feel like that's a late tip to share because we already figured that shit out quite a while ago, friend. But Nico and Kahu, like, what? Oh, the dialogue.
What's wrong with Nas?
Nothing. Our conversation wasn't even really about Nas. Alright, whatever. I'm not even going to worry about what people are saying in this game anymore. Not that I really worried about it before, but it's just... Guys, sometimes it just... My face. The dialogue's so cringeworthy at times you can't help but just shudder. I honestly feel as though I could have done a better job. But, you know, for all that being said, I will confess that I find some of the voice acting to be a tiny bit endearing, but when they have those little interactions and the banter that is very nonsensical and not coherent in any way, shape, or form, it just makes you wonder, wow, is this guy going to take his sweet-ass time? I really don't want to fight him. I guess I get the initiative, so whatever, let's just do it. And I suppose there was no reason for me, honestly, to heal everyone since, yeah, as you can see, I didn't even fight that Nah Beast Hunter. We just talked to him. While wrapping up my story with MK, she was frustrated, I guess, that I told her the truth, that I thought that she was being silly in thinking that the advisors were better than the instructors and that was why the advisors deserved the little bullshit pizza party that they got. So I had to let her know I don't agree with you, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's okay to disagree. Why are you going to be mad at me for not agreeing with you? I mean, be mad if I came at you like, you're a dumb bitch. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Suck my dick. But I don't talk like that, you know? I said it pretty much how I explained it right now to you guys. Just that, no, I don't think that's true. I think it's a problem that the dean did this in the first place. Like, I think the teachers deserve something. I think she should have just ordered a couple extra pizzas and allowed everyone to celebrate. Like, that to me is the problem. And I think people are getting lost in the fighting and the arguing, and they're not seeing what the real issue here is. Who cares about fucking pizza? It's pizza. Like, we can all afford a fucking pizza on our own. That is not even the problem. It's everything behind it and revolving around it. And I just hate that some people can get so caught up in the little teeny tiny pieces of this that they overlook what the true problem is. I don't know. I just feel like the dean has to be doing this on purpose. And what's sad is that it's working. Everyone is still mad at each other. And I can tell you guys right now, people are going to be upset for a long time. If not a week, it'll be almost a week before people stop talking about it or stop bitching about it. And, you know, I do think that, okay, it makes sense to be mad and annoyed. I'm annoyed because I feel like we're all grown adults. Like, why would she have even done this? But, and that's a big but, I feel like there are so many more important things going on. And if we're going to be all up in arms about any sort of injustice taking place at my school, there are a couple bigger things that we should be complaining about and that we should be, I don't want to say rioting about, because obviously I don't want anyone grabbing pitchforks and torches, but I do mean that I think we should be standing up for ourselves and, you know, bringing a couple things to the administrator's attention and just saying, hey, this is bullshit, we don't think this is fair, or we don't think this is right, or we don't think this is ethical, you know, whatever. But, you know, I don't think it's going to happen because they've already succeeded in making everyone pissed off at each other, that no one's going to even recognize that their aggression should be directed towards the people who are controlling everything. It almost always feels that way, though, doesn't it? That the people in charge, the bigwigs, can pit everyone against each other who honestly should be working together. And it just makes me sad because I feel like this school is so nice in a lot of respects. There are wonderful, wonderful things about it. But at the same time, there are some absolutely horrendous things that are taking place. And I just don't know if it'll ever change.
Yo, Wriggle Roggle, did you get your slimy?
Huh? Sorry, I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, that will not do. You must study.
Coptus?
Did you get your wonderful slimies? Oh well, Slither. Oh, Kahu, might you be a Slimer? Or perhaps a Slitherer? But I am a Wriggler, so I could never have lunch with you, Kahu.
I really can't follow you at all. Sorry. See you later.
I love how Kahu's just like, brah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But let's check out the Coptus after I eat this key spore here. This might be for Walter. Leaf of an unusual herb. Up slimy strength. I think Walter's a slimy. He is! So his mana went up by 8, which, I mean, that's not that incredible, but I'll take it. A buff is a buff. And I will not complain about that. Let's talk to him one more time before we keep on rolling.
Slimies totally rule!
Oh, as obnoxious as some of the other beast hunters are, I will say I enjoy that one's mask. He just always seems so pleasant and happy. I enjoy encountering those, and I have to say, I feel like we don't see I think he's a slimy one, right? He said he was something else, though. What did he say? He was a Wriggler? What the hell is a Wriggler that's not even a water one? There are slimies, I think slithers, and knocks? Are slithers even one? I don't even know. Guys, how shameful is that? I don't even know what the different groups are still, and I should. I know about, like, chews, gnaws, slimies, and I don't know. I suppose it doesn't even matter whether or not I know what's going on. I don't think Kahu and Nico know what's going on. Oh, yes! This is the best way to end this episode. We're going to get, what is this, our 4th Kalma? All right, please be Chunky Walter. Please be Chunky Walter. Please be Chunky Walter. God, when am I going to get Chunky Ass Walter? I need Meta Knight, you guys. I am feeling it. Oh, God. I think Shulk said it best. I'm really feeling it. I need Chunky Walter, and I need that ability. I'm going to have to ask you to stop that, whatever that was. If we can put him to sleep and then maybe poison him, that might be nice. And we'll end the episode after this fight. I know in our last episode, actually, maybe 2 out of the 3 previous episodes, the videos were pretty long, like 22, 23, I think was 124. 24-ish minutes. Well, basically they were all over 20. I really don't like going that much over 20 minutes. If I can get it like right around 20, maybe 21 max, I think that's already pushing it. I'd like ideally to be like 18 or 19, but you know, with cutscenes and all that, sometimes it just happens. I'm gonna have to try something else because this is not working. I don't want us to be here all day fucking with this thing. Alright, let's see if we can get some big damage. Okay, that was pretty good. Oh, and what a scrub. Oh, it's over. I think between Patrick and Earth, he should die. Oh, and you guys, I didn't even point this out, although I'm sure you have been able to tell by now. Carl did end up morphing into this weird little leaf monster that you see before you. So he's grown now. I kind of like his little pea in the pod form better, but whatever, I have no control over that. Okay, so let's head over to the Princess Vine, and then we will call this episode quits. I'm very excited about where we're at in terms of Jade Cocoon 2. We're going to be able to wrap this Let's Play up hopefully soon. I'm sure there's probably some post-game content similarly to what was given to us with Jade Cocoon Story of the Tamamayu, but I'm not entirely sure. So we'll just have to explore that together and see together. But until that happens, thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm your host, Rabbit, and this is my Let's Play of Jade Cocoon 2. I'll see you in our next episode, everybody.